Hi, welcome to our channel, Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin. The power of emotions. You cannot ignore what you feel. Emotions are always present in every conversation, especially the difficult ones, whether we show them or hide them. They're shaping every word, every silence, every glance. We often try to suppress our feelings, hoping to stay calm, polite, and professional, but hiding emotions does not make them disappear. They simply go underground and show up in other ways in our tone or tension. Our distance or our silence, we may say, "I'm fine," while our body screams, "I'm angry or hurt or scared." The truth is you cannot have a real conversation without including emotions. They're not a distraction. They're the core of what makes the conversation difficult and meaningful. A man named Dev had been feeling unappreciated at work for years. He gave his best to the company, but never received the recognition he hoped for. One day, during a performance review, he wanted to speak up, but instead kept it professional. He said all the right things, but left the meeting feeling worse than ever. He had not expressed the real issue. He had not said, "I feel invisible. I feel like my efforts don't matter." That emotion kept growing until it affected his performance, his confidence, and his happiness. What he needed was not more feedback, but a safe space to share how he felt. Difficult conversations are filled with emotions because they touch the things that matter most to us: our sense of fairness, our values, our identity, our dreams, and fears. If we do not make room for these feelings, they will hijack the conversation from the shadows. But when we name them openly and respectfully, something shifts. Emotions lose their power to control us. When we stop pretending they do not exist, a simple "I feel frustrated" or "I felt hurt by" that can change the tone of a conversation in powerful ways. There was a couple married for 10 years who kept fighting over small things: chores, routines, parenting styles. The real issue was not about who washed the dishes or who picked up the kids. It was about feeling unloved, unappreciated, and disconnected. When they finally sat down and said, "I miss you, I feel like we're drifting apart," the real conversation began. The tears that followed were not signs of weakness, but signs of healing. They had finally touched the emotional truth beneath the arguments, and that truth brought them closer than ever. Expressing emotion does not mean losing control. It means being honest and real. It means saying, "This matters to me, and I want to talk about it." It means respecting your own heart and inviting the other person to do the same. It takes more strength to be vulnerable than to be silent, more courage to say, "I'm hurt," than to act like nothing is wrong, and more wisdom to sit with emotion than to run away from. A team of medical professionals faced a serious conflict after a mistake. In patient care, fingers were pointing, people were scared, and trust was breaking down. The head nurse gathered everyone, and instead of jumping into facts, she said, "I know everyone here cares deeply about our patients, and I can feel the fear and sadness in this room. Let's talk about that first." Before they discussed the error, they talked about how it made them feel: ashamed, angry, heartbroken. That conversation brought the team back together because it honored the emotions everyone carried. When you invite emotion into the conversation, you bring depth and connection. You move from the surface to the soul. You stop arguing about positions and start talking about people. You stop blaming and start understanding. You stop hiding and start healing. You create a space where truth can be spoken without fear and where empathy can grow without judgment. It is important to know the difference between speaking from emotion and being controlled by it. When you speak from emotion, you use your feelings to express your truth in a grounded way. When you're controlled by emotion, you react impulsively, say hurtful things, or shut down completely. The key is to pause, take a breath, and name what you feel. "I feel disappointed," not "you let me down." "I feel scared," not "you're being reckless." That small change in words can turn conflict into conversation. The most powerful conversations often begin with a simple truth spoken from the heart. "I'm afraid," "I'm overwhelmed," "I feel alone." These truths invite connection. They create bridges between people because they show what is real beneath the masks. When you speak your emotion with care, you give the other person permission to do the same, and in that space, real change can begin. Never be afraid of emotion in a difficult conversation. Feelings are not the enemy. They are the doorway to honesty, to growth, to healing. Embrace them, speak them, honor them. They're the most human part of the conversation and the most powerful tool you have to connect deeply with others and with yourself. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.